And we are live. Here we are, folks. I always say it always feels weird right now when I start this, and I should probably get in the festive mood here. Oh, have some beers. Welcome the first two participants in the live stream. We got three folks here. Welcome. Cheers. Here's to you. Friday night fights. Thank you for tuning in. What is happening out there? Cheers, Bruce. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much. Are you new in these parts? I don't think I've seen that name before in the message board. Oh. We'll let everybody kind of new. Thank you very much. I appreciate you stopping by. I think you'll dig it. We got some I think I curated a good playlist tonight. We got some don't be passing through. You can stay, have a beer, man. You don't rush off. So I think you got a decent playlist tonight. Some new stuff, some old stuff. Oh, Massey's in here. What's happening? Double M's. Here we are. M squared's here. Yeah, we'll give it a minute or two. Let a few more folks join, and then we'll start spinning the hits here. As we can see, I think we got Aaron Bugard over here, but how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, we're getting more snow here. The wind is howling again. It's brutal. Maybe we should start. If they can't get here on time, they miss out, right? We'll start playing it, and it's just like Field of Dreams, right? Build it and they will come. Play it and they will come. So I will get my fat head out of here. There we go. I'll shrink it down, and we'll get after it here.
He's yelling at Alex Penner, but Penner and Liza.
We got Alex Penner and Weapon X and Eric Lizon taking it to the middle. Here we go. Here we go. Brought to you by TMS Eye Care, the official eye care provider of the Wichita Thunder. Get that graphic out. You're killing your gimmick. Here you go. Weapon X and Eric Lizon. Weapon X, of course, has gone on to become, Dale Palmer on Shoresy. Lizon was a bad dude, man. Both these guys are bad dudes. It was a decent little tilt. I kind of like to not check things out. I kind of want to watch these for the first time when I'm on the stream. So, this is right off the draw. We got the Danbury Titans taking on Port Huron. This is game 2 of the finals. Yeah, they jumped them right off the opening faceoff. Port Huron had thrown a cheap shot in the game one, and Danbury was exacting revenge off the opening draw. I think this might have set you back. This might have this is probably not the best way to start game two. I think you'd be on the power play here. Steve, what's happening? Thanks for joining. Welcome. Oh, this guy's going to tell him how he feels. The Danbury faithful fired up. That just cracked me up as soon as they dropped the puck and away they went. And then it was game two of the finals, which made me laugh even more. I believe this is Caden Hamill. This is the young man that dropped Gallant the other night. Here he is in junior, playing for Everett, number 47, taking on Grady Lane for Spokane a few years ago, actually last year. But I figured they landed some little hard shots. But Caden Hamill, we will see him in the future. I think it'll be interesting. Like I said on my podcast the other week, he's a Seattle draft pick, and he's in the American League. We all saw the fights with Gallant. Those were his first 2 pro fights and his only 2 pro fights. And he only fought like 7 times in junior in 4 years. I said, and man, he has a chin. You should see his fights. Just takes it, and and can dish it out too. I said, somebody needs to get in this kid's ear and tell him, like, you need to fight more, man. I'm a, because as far as I know, the Seattle Kraken have fuck all. And if you want to stand out, there you go. This is the OHL from this year, folks. This is Gabriel Eliasson and Henry Doucette. Eliasson is the tall kid at 6'6", and he's going to punch downhill on Henry Doucette. This is the Ontario Hockey League. Oh, get those helmets off, fellas. There you go. Jesus. This is like this. Well, there you go. Christ, this kid's eating it, though. I was going to say, it's kind of like the spazzy kid sort of flipping out, and now he's going to just ragdoll him around. Holy shit. That was kind of some stiff shots. Crowd's upset. Mason Gertzen. Here we go. I was always a big Mason Gertzen fan. Those are terrible helmets on the Henderson Silver Knights. Geez, did I record the fight, or did I get the or are we just watching the game here? Oh, there we go. There's the hit that'll start it, and away we go. Gertzen in the silver trunks here. Oh, there we go. Ooh. What was a valiant effort? Yeah, exactly. Sean Galkin, Spencer Kennedy from last year, 2 years ago. Spencer Kennedy's a good kid. Had him on the podcast a couple times. Nice guy. Here we go. A little Southern Pro League action. Oof. Bad, a little quick and dirty. Cheers, everybody. Friday, you made it. Christmas concerts are over. We got Jake Doty and Keegan Kanzig. Or is this Kale Kessie? Ooh, pop. Look at that. You got dropped like third period French. Mm, losing my shit here. There we go. Oh, Chipper's in here. Welcome. Oh, he felt that one. Bam. There you go. Man, the Kings need to get Doty up. I'd like to see Doty get an NHL game. Daniel Maggio and Curtis Gabriel. I asked Gabriel last night in his live chat what's the toughest fight he had, and he picked this one. So let's have a look here. I just threw it on the thing, didn't even watch it. So let's have a look. Of course, Maggio is the guy that dropped McGrattan back in the day. Ooh, good. Oh, there you go. Jesus, this is a good one. Just have to do a little bit of research. I have Curtis Gabriel on the podcast here soon. He's looking forward to doing the show. So, oh, linesman, stop already! Like, why are they all handsy? Like, we just got to get in there. There, that was a good fight. Yeah, he wasn't kidding. That was a good one. Well done. A little Reed Lowe and Rocky Thompson. Here we go. Oh, Rocky. Love it. Reed Lowe is tremendous. Actually, Reed Lowe is really underrated. Reed Lowe is in a lot of great fights, but if you go back and watch his booster stuff, the American League, jeez. And then Rocky's just tremendous. Look at this. Rocky's got to get the chuck and duck going. Ooh. Look at Rocky at the fakes. I love it. Reed had a chin, man. It was a great tilt. I forgot how good that one was. Oh, Rocky at the hair going too. Tremendous. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, Riley McKay, Sterling Cameron. Riley McKay with the blades. Yeah. Oh, this is a good one too. This is from a few years back. Ooh. Oh, they both felt that one. Now we're going to square off again. We hit each other so hard, we're going to square off again. They hit the reset button. That was a good one. Riley McKay also rides bulls. Plays the American League now. That was very good. Oh, Keegan's here. Oh, you finally made it. There you go. Let's watch Mel Engelstad and Darcy Hordichuk. This is Darcy Hordichuk's first pro fight in the IHL, taking on Mel Engelstad. Here we go. Back when the Orlando Solar Bears actually had toughness. Oh, boom. Tremendous. That's one of my favorite fights of all time. I know everyone's kind of seen that one, but I had to put it in there because because you have to, right? Yeah, classic. Now we got Jay Miller versus Steve Martinson from back in the day. Look at that. The Moncton Flames and the Hershey Bears. Here's Martinson. Jay Miller, number 5. Oh, it was weird seeing a tough guy wear number 5. Look at that one. Look at Miller right out of college, taking it to Martinson. There's some vintage AHL for you folks. It's interesting. The refs seem to have got it for an old school one. It's Carl Racky. Refs seem to have got in there pretty quick. Yeah, even he's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird for an '80s fight. The refs seem to get in there pretty quick. Oh, Jacques Mayotte and Mike Bro from back in the. This is some vintage VHS days from the old Quebec. It's gonna be the Quebec Senior League from back in the mid '90s. Mayotte's in the white. Mike Bro, who is hockey's all-time fighting major leader. I think he's about a rookie in this one, 19. He was a bouncer in Quebec. They taught how to fight. Yeah, much like the Doug Glatt story. Mike Bro, he had about 800 career fights. And then Jacques Mayotte in the white here, of course, legendary minor league tough guy. Didn't actually play in the Quebec League very much, but Mike Bro, a young guy in this fight here. Zoom in, cameraman. Here we go. Classic, some small town rink in Quebec. Just watching like Mayotte, the old man, just he's in. That uppercut he felt. Cameraman, you gotta get your shot straight here. Mayotte's gonna come out of his shit, and Bro's gonna be in trouble here though. Oh, Bro's hanging in there because Mayotte's a veteran tough guy at this point. He played in the American League and played in the NHL at this point, and yeah, just back home in Quebec making a few bucks, played in the senior. Bro's gonna make a name for himself. Oh yeah, he's in trouble now. Mayotte's gonna get going. Mayotte's got to get out of his shit here. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Bro's in one now. Oh, now we're gonna square off a second time. Here we go. No, that was a great fight. Bro showed himself really well for a young guy in that fight. And Mayotte, it's like a legend. Metcalf, Kip Brennan in the OHL. Scott Metcalf. I love me some Kip Brennan. Kip Brennan was pretty much him and Erskine were kind of the kingpins of the OHL at this time period. Metcalf's hanging in with him though. Sawyer Bolton. Jackson Stewart. Here we go. .36, just like the old man. He's taking a couple here, though. Oh, no. Here he goes. Come back. Get out of there, refs. Oh, there's some friggin' heavy shots being landed in this one. Good tilt, boys. I believe it's some old school American Hockey League. Yeah. Reed Simpson and Dennis Bonvie. I'm a huge fan of both these guys. Dennis Bonvie, of course, just legendary. Reed Simpson, I think, actually gets underrated, is underappreciated by a lot of people. But man, he was awesome. Bonvie just undersized in every fight he was ever in, but just ooh, always in it. And I'm sure those guys fought 1,000 times. Great tilt. Dennis Bonvie's so good. I got the Cape. I got the Dennis Bonvie autographed Oilers jersey over in the closet. Dennis the Menace. And like I said, Reed Simpson was so good. John Craighead and Frederick Oduya. There you go, a little IHL action. Vipers, Kansas City Blades. Frederick Oduya unfortunately died in a motorcycle accident in one of the off seasons. John Craighead was a legendary tough guy in the IHL for a long time. Oof. Yeah, I was gonna say I've just noticed it for tonight. These fights, this is like everything's been like the refs are just going nuts trying to get in there in all of these fights. Doesn't matter what league. It's like, what are we doing? All of them, and this is like the '90s and shit. Oh, Steve, I'm in full agreement. The old Quebec League and the old LNAH. Oh, tremendous. I got a bunch of that shit coming up here. Yeah. Actually, it was funny. I kind of fell out of the LNAH at about 09, 2010, kind of around there. But so I missed like the Alex Penner years and stuff. So I've been kind of going back and revisiting that. And yeah, I got a bunch of that stuff on here tonight. But yeah, man, there was some good, and like Ryan Murphy and guys like that, Donnie Augustine and shit. Yeah, so I missed out on a lot of that because right in my wheelhouse is about 03 to about 07. That was in LNH. I got lost in the LNH at that time period. Oh yeah, I was all about it back then. I have a shit ton of DVDs and stuff from the uh, LNH at that time, and a bunch of the old Quebec stuff. That oh, here you go. This is Pasolini and Todd. This is a good one. I had watched this earlier. It's Scott Todd. Yeah, big guy. Gino Pasolini. Here we go. Old OHL action. Ooh. Back in the OHL when they used to actually could take their helmets off and they used to fight. Oh. Oh. He's eating a couple of these right hands. Now these refs are actually kind of staying out of it. There's some fucking stiff shots landed in that one. Yeah, I'm not watching the Anthony Joshua Jake Paul fight on Netflix. I have $150 on Joshua to knock him out. So I know I got conned into it again. I know the fix is in. I'm sure Joshua is going to win by decision. They'll go the full 8 rounds, even though he could have ended it in about 30 seconds. Yeah, Josh Gratton and who's he fighting here? Oh, it's like Hecamonic or something. Oof. Gratton's coming up. He's missing. Oh, he didn't there. Oh, Josh Gratton was awesome. I love Josh Gratton. Tremendous. Eric Goddard and Jim Vandermeer. Now I know these characters. This is old school. This is Bridgeport Sound Tiger, Eric Goddard. Philly Phantoms, Jim Vandermeer's boy. Whoa! Oh! There you go. Fuck. They both smacked the piss out of each other. Huh. I put together this playlist and I forgot the fight. That wasn't the one I thought it was, but Jesus. Oh, there's Kerry Toporowski and Jim Cummins. This is my one NHL fight I'll sneak in because it's in the preseason and there was no sound. So hopefully they don't cut the live stream off. If anybody's wondering why I don't play NHL stuff. Here we go. Toppers with the wing or with the Hawks. Jim Cummins with the Wings. Here we go. Little preseason. Kerry Toporowski in before his injuries and everything. Right out of junior. Jim Cummins right out of college. Of course, Jim Cummins is always going to give her shit. Going wide open. That was a good little tilt. Topper throwing the lefts. Yeah, for those wondering, somebody asked, oh, there you go, classic Topper. It's always got to get the last one in. I love it. Yeah, you can't play NHL stuff. They'll copyright your live stream. So I don't know why. You can upload it to YouTube, no problems. But yeah, if you do a live stream with NHL footage, you'll shut it off. So hopefully, my live stream doesn't get killed here. But here's a little Marc-Andre Waugh, Jimmy Bonu, back in the Quebec Junior League days. Marc-Andre Waugh, of course, set the all-time penalty minute record with 600 minutes. He's in the white trunks. Oh, this is a good one. Somebody just sent me that one and told me to put it on there. That was a nice little exchange. Of course, Jimmy Bonu went on and played forever in the American League. Come on, I'm playing these gem fights and I'm losing people in here. Are you kidding me? Here we got here's some old LNAH for you. Some old Quebec senior Patrick Cote and Brandon Sugden. I believe Sugden said this is one of the toughest fights he's had in his life. Shit, I think if you tried, you could drink about 3 beer in this fight. Sugden in the white trunks playing for the Verdun Dragons. Of course, Patrick Cote playing with the Laval Chiefs. Can't remember which one this is. I believe they separate and square off again. I think this is the fight. Yeah, here we go. Now this is how the linesmen. This is where every league needs these linesmen. Whoever these refs are, every league should hire them right now. This 3-man unit should ref every game. Come on, how are we losing viewers? Put it on the big screen. Grab the wife. Tell them it's been a long. You're tired of listening to the kids' Christmas concerts. You just want to have some beer and watch some fights. Jesus, you could get drunk and sober up by the time this fight's done. Patrick Cote with a free arm is scary business. Oof. Man, there's some legendary guys in that league back then. Man, and they were making a ton of money, I'll tell you. Morasti and Jacques Dubé. Look at this, where the Ramparts play. Yeah, they probably had about 8,000 people at this game. Jacques goes right to Morasti. And here we go. I say, was Morasti trying to draw a call or what? Like, yeah, okay, now I'll square off with you. Yeah, because they were all about the power play. There we go. Start it up. Oh, that's the what I got that right. That picture of Morasti smacking him right there. I actually have that autographed right over there of this fight. Yeah, mid form when he's cracking him. Oh, we got to get the crowd into it. There we go. Always the showman. Who keeps? What is this? Caden, is this you? Billy McGuigan. Billy, if you are in this chat, no, I have not talked to Kurt in it was in this well, it was in the summer the last time I talked to him. He had a coaching gig lined up and it felt in Indiana in the Federal League and they screwed him over. And that was the last time I talked to him. I haven't talked to him for a while. If you're in this chat, if you are not and I'm talking to and you're not in here, I will reply to you. Well, why would I tell if you're not in here? I will say I'll reply to your message in a little bit. Keegan comes into my chat. Now he's going to, here we go. We're going to watch John Morasti and Francis Lassard in the LNAH. Yeah, this is the LNAH I was talking about. Lassard and Morasti. Here we go. Oh, this is some shots landed in this one. God damn. This was fan footage that I found. Ooh, Lassard's just got that left just coming in on him. Yeah, I don't. Holy. Oh, I think John's feeling that one. Yeah. Yeah, that made him blink. He got drilled a few times. Yeah. Yeah, Lassard was putting the hammer down on him. Oh, Lassard was such an asshole. I love it. Here we go. Little Alex Penner and Joel Terrio. Yeah, I told you we were going to get into some LNAH stuff. But here we go. Weapon X and the animal. Oh. Keegan, you leave my chat to blow up my phone. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, Terrios got that left just going. Oh. Oh. Down in front. There you go. Oh. Look at the ref. Just stay out of it. Oh, I love it. Who's that ref? Give him a raise. Yeah, I think we could probably break it up now after they've smashed each other 48 times apiece. That is a great tilt. Well done, boys. God. I think we've got another. Here we go. Oh, this is Weapon X and Lassard. Anytime you're doing a fight, a live stream, you got to have some Francis Lassard on here. Where's Chef? Isha's in here. Isha, check this one out. Merry Christmas. Weapon X and Francis Lassard. Watch this one. Yeah, Frankie and and Weapon X beating the shit out of each other in the LNAH back in about 2012, 13. Like I said, Alex Penner has gone on to be in Shorzy. Drew Palmer. Francis Lazard owns a gym in Quebec. Still Jack looks like he'd still play. Where's Chef? This is like Lazard's his all-time favorite guy now. I sent Chef on a mission to go down the Frankie Lazard rabbit hole on YouTube. You should go down the Weapon X rabbit hole. Of course, Alex Penner had him on the podcast a few months back. Tremendous guest. Oh, we got Brandon Christian. I believe this is a one-hitter quitter, and Dave Hamill in the top here. Christian going at about 320 pounds, been around forever. Of course, everybody remembers the Tough Guy documentary back in the day. Whoa, here we go. I think he walks into one here. Whack. That's that. Dave Hamill put the hammer down. Ooh, yeah, he felt that one. There's no mercy in the Quebec League either. Well, no trainer coming out or nothing. It's you can make it back on your own. Oh, he's up. There we go. Back to the penalty box. Fight another day. Crazy. Isha, I appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you as well. Hope you get home and celebrate. Apparently, we're doing commercials here. What are we doing here? Skip that. Oh, yeah, here. I put a little news story in. I mean, I know you can't hear it, but you'll dig this. This is in Lang, Saskatchewan. This rink, this is the town of about 300. Classic Saskatchewan small town rink right here. This rink was built in 1928. But check this out. It's 2 stories. And the dressing rooms are on the second. Look at this. This is how you get down from the dressing room. There you go. Watch yourself. How's that one? Classic. I can guarantee you that's the best ice these motherfuckers ever played on right here. Yeah. How's that one? And then you pull it up. You pull the stairs up when it's game time. I just saw this little news thing, so I wanted to play it. Yeah, see, there you go. We got to hoist the stairs up. It's time to play. Yeah, no bleachers. We're all in the upper deck here. Yeah, 1928. They don't make shit like this anymore, I'll tell you. Yeah, there you go. You can guarantee that rink is it's probably warmer outside. Check out the Zamboni. Look at that one. Guys, look at this poor bastard. Got to do it by hand. Yeah, and then 2 guys shoveling. This is classic old school community rink right there, boy. But I could tell you that ice would be the best ice you played on. They could play that NHL ice, I'm telling you. Yeah. And then guys like that, yeah, they make this shit happen. Oh, and I tell you, the rink burgers, that is the best. Those will be the best burgers you've ever eaten in your life. Yeah, I just wanted to they said they needed new nets. I know they got all that stuff. That was an old news thing. It was from a couple years back, but I wanted to show you with the stairs coming down. And yeah, classic old Saskatchewan rink right there. That's a classic barn back in the day. Lang, Saskatchewan, built in 1928. There you go. Now we'll get back to the fights. We're going to have Brian McGrattan versus Paul Bissonnette in the American League. Here we go. Look at old Biz playing for the Ontario Reign. Biz had a look at that. What did he say? What is he trying to do? Go look at that and then sucker him. Look over there. Biz had a nice little run in the American League at the end. I believe Ontario won the championship the one year he was there too. Oof. What are we doing? Why are the refs getting in there so quick? Biz landed a good one on him. Here we go. Adam Keefe and Hans Benson. I think Keefe goes down about 4 times in this fight. Got caught there. Got caught there again. I believe he gets cut. Yeah, down again. The ref's just not getting in. He just keeps getting back up. Hans Benson just landed it on him, and then Keefe just makes a comeback like goddamn RoboCop. Yeah, Adam Keefe was awesome. And Hans Benson too. But I was down with Adam Keefe. Of course, he went on and played in the UK forever, and I think he's still over there coaching. Ooh, look at that. After going down about 4 times, he's making a comeback here. Oh, young Ryan Reeves with the Peoria Rivermen versus Kelsey Wilson. Little Revo back in the day. No. Oh, yeah. Zach Fitzgerald and Eric Nielsen. 2 of my all-time favorites. Zach the Hack, guest number 100 on the Fourth Line Voice. You should check out that podcast. Great guest, told some great stories. Eric Nielsen, tremendous. Of course, made a name for himself. Sidney Crosby's bodyguard and junior. Do the Gwen. You asked me that. I answered you on YouTube, man. I don't have that Gladiators footage of 0304. I wish I did. Believe me. Ooh, pop. Fitzy went down after that one. Oh, this guy Tim is in here. Who was on that Gladiator team back then in 03? We got well, I had to put some more Zach Fitzgerald on. We're gonna do Zach Fitzgerald, Cam Jansen. Here we go. Zach the Hack, number 13 in orange. He's gonna come find Cam in the pile here. Here you go. And away we go. These guys had a great fight over in Europe too. Yeah, instead of breaking up the fights, just move the nets out of the way. Make yourselves useful. Here you go. Let these two go at it. This guy Tim shows up right when the Phantoms is fighting. Here you go. Actually, Cam Jansen was a good guest in the show. It was really weird. Halfway through the show, he started interviewing me. Great tilt. Yeah, exactly. Free shipping ain't free. That's for sure. You guys will be hauling right now, man. The free goal sink glasses. Here we go. Jeremy Yablonsky and Jesse Boulerace. Here you go. The old classic B2 back in the day. Thought it was this ain't no 4K, I'll tell you that. We got a little Minecraft fight going on here. Boulerace is underrated, man. Whoa, look at that. We'll stick and move here. Yabo, get up. Oh, there you go. He missed him on the next one, though. Oh, Boulerace is landing, though. Yep. Oh, Yabo's in trouble. Oh, refs got in there a little early, but the jersey came over his head. Boulerace a mean man, though. I mean, Yabo obviously is as well, but yeah. Here you go. A little Jay Rosehill and Jake Doty from the Elite League over in Europe. I've been really getting into Jay Rosehill. I mean, I always liked Rosehill, but I'm kind of trying to get back into his stuff now. And then Jake Doty, I've been a fan of since junior. Jesus, swinging for the moon here, Jake. Rosie's making a comeback. Oh, I've talked to Rosehill privately a couple times. I need to get him on the podcast. I believe Rosehill ended up getting banned from the Elite League. Popping a fan, I think, which I'm totally all about. More fans should get punched. Oh, yeah, here we go. Justin Pinder. Terry Ryan's buddy. This is in the World Ball Hockey Championship in the final. Pinder's playing for Team Canada, and he's had enough. This Czech guy told him to look at the scoreboard. Yeah, he's had enough of this bullshit. Pinder's a loose cannon out there. I love it. Pinder in the white. Yeah, he's had enough of this guy's bullshit. Yeah, you clown. Here you go. Whack. I'm going to beat the shit out of you now. Yeah, this guy doesn't know what hit him. Yeah, ball hockey final. Czechs were really laying it to Canada, and this guy was just being a clown. So Pinder just had enough of him. Yeah. I believe I put when Pinder he's in the Maritimes. This guy, he's just losing his shit. Yeah, I love it. His ref's down and out. Yeah, everybody got worked over. The goalie, the ref. Oh, this guy was crying. This is just ball hockey. Yeah, beat it. Yeah, look at this ref's just what the fuck. Yeah. In the Maritimes, he gets into it with the fans. Here it is down the arena. He's going to chase these guys down the hallway. Yeah, don't worry, they'll show more of this. Yeah, this is the news footage of it. Yeah, this is from the New Brunswick. Yeah, here he is. He's had enough of this team, and he gets kicked out. But I love it. Yeah, he's had enough. So he's tossed, right? So the camera angle you see is the security footage from down the hallway. Yeah, here are the fans. They're gonna go beat him. Yeah, hey buddy, yeah, you're so tough. Here, watch it. Here he comes. Right, watch these guys run. Oh yeah, tough guys. This little kid thinks he's gonna big man's coming. Yeah, they took off after he came down the hall. They were yelling at him down the hall. So he's like, all right, I'll come to you. Yeah, they took off. Yeah, he throws a few shots. Oh, tremendous. Now, they needed a camera on the other angle of the hallway. I believe he got kicked out of the league for this. Oh, it just cracked me up. Colt King, Joseph Sladek, number 45, Colt King. I'm telling you. Here we go. All right, whack. Oof. He had the jersey over his head. The rest weren't coming in. I'm going to end you then. Oh, Pierre-Luc Lebon and Josh Gratton. Here we go. I believe Gratton catches him. Oof, that is. That didn't happen to old PL3 very often. But yeah, Gratton caught him with that one. Like LeBlanc's asking if he made the team or not. You did not. I love PL3. He was a great guest. He's like Willie Mays. Hey, he's going to wake up in the parking lot. Shit, I got cut already. Michael Haley, Kyle Hagel. Here you go. Love me some Michael Haley. There we go. Oh, a little bit of a headbutt there. That's all right. Dirty boxing. Not bad. A spirited little tussle, as they would say. Oh, we don't need. What are we doing here? We don't need the replay. Yeah. Maybe to hockeyfights.com to not know what they're doing. Here we go. Kip Brennan, TJ Reynolds. From the, like I said, from the old B2 network, from the old Minecraft network. We thought we were made in the shade back then, though. I'm a huge fan of TJ Reynolds, too. Oh, we got TJ got caught in that one. Yep. Kip Brennan, man, like I was saying earlier, bad dude. Oh, Reynolds is feeling that one. Oh, Dylan McElrath and Luke Gazdick. There we go. Here we go. Gazdick in the white trunks, McElrath in the Grand Rapids. Gazdick playing for Stockton. Oh, I'm so pumped. McElrath's making some NHL money these last couple years. Good for him. He battled it out in the American League forever. Gazdick had a nice little run. Not long enough though, but man, he could throw it down. Wide open. Gazdick's fun to watch, man. I did a player spotlight on him a while ago, and that was a fun rabbit hole to go down. That was just his NHL stuff. Go back and watch his American League shit. God damn. Like he's just like wide open. Like, yeah, he's landing some shots. It's too bad they didn't pop their lids for this one. Ooh. There you go. You just see him winding up too, just bringing it. Yeah. Good tilt. Good tilt. Huge fan of both those guys. Rightus Evenons. Can't remember who he's fighting in this. Oh, Goddard. Yeah, Eric Goddard playing for the Texas Stars right at the end of his career. Yeah, I put this on the playlist. I don't think I'd ever seen this fight. Actually, I know I had never seen this fight. I don't really actually remember seeing any of Goddard's AHL stuff at the end. And Evenons is just massive. Oh, there you go. Goddard's got the lefts now. Look out. Watch yourself. He's going to bring it. Ooh. That was pretty good. Goddard still a little fight left in him in Dallas. Man. Yeah. Whoa. Noise. Oh, the classic graphics. Alex Gallant and Garrett Hunt. Here we go. Yeah, we see you up there. Great seats. And now we go. Where's Massey? Here's some Anchorage aces for you. Alaska aces. Gallant with Utah. Garrett Hunt, East Coast League's all-time penalty minute leader. Oh, Hunt's got the block, the arm going up on the side. You know, a few of them are getting through, though. Ooh. That was a quick and dirty fight. Good tilt. Oh, huge fan of both those guys. Of course, Garrett Hunt playing over in Fife this year in the Elite League. Of course, Milan Lucic just signed in Fife as well. Old Vancouver Giant teammates from buddies from back in the day. So Lucic and Hunt over in the UK to finish their careers off. Who would have thought? I can't believe Hunt hasn't been suspended forever over there with the way they call shit these days. All right, I'll watch this one again. You missed Hunt's time in Alaska. I found a Chad Richard Alaska Aces picture the other day. I can't remember what site I was found it. I was doing a Google search or something and I found it. I'd never seen that picture before, so I had to save that one and throw it in the folder. Daniel Amesbury and Riley Grantham. This is from old back in the day. This is Amesbury's first stint as a pro in the Central Hockey League. Riley Grantham, huge dude. This is back in Amesbury's Tulsa Oiler days. As a young rookie. Oh, he's got the over-under. Wasn't quite diamond hands just yet. He was still working on it. He's doing all right in this one, though. For fighting Grantham's huge. No, Amesbury's we're losing folks here. Yeah, I just lost like 10 people after that fight. Amesbury, you're killing my ratings here. Holy shit. Play an Amesbury fight and they all leave. Come on, this is brought to you by Herschel's Meat Market. Oh, Amesbury's giving it to him at the start, though. Curtis McDermott and Colton Orr. Here we go. This is Colton Orr's final professional fight. Playing for the Stockton Heat. Curtis McDermott. I believe Orr drops him. Here it comes. Whack. There it is. Final bout. Drops Curtis McDermott. And that was the end of Colton Orr. Had a hell of a run. Yeah. Boom. There it is. Fraser McLaren and Joel Reckless. Here we go. Anytime you got the wrecker involved, you know it's going to be good. Same with Fraser McLaren. Oh. Those punches are just coming straight through. Wrecker's just going to take that shit, though. Oh. Joel Reckless left that and joined the military. Did we go dark? Let's go Broncos. Tanner Lassan, Clark Wilson. Here we go. A little WHL action. Tanner Lassan is one of my. I always recommend him. He played 3 years in Swift Current, and then went on to school. Never played again. But one of those junior guys that nobody really knows about. But he was, kind of a guy about 5'11", but just gave her shit, man. Kind of around that 2012 type era. But he was like a wide open fighter. Just give her shit and see what happens. Whatever happens. And yeah, I always recommend Tanner Lassan. Clark Wilson doing a heck of a job in this too. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, I always got to throw some Lassan fights on there. Yeah, damn, they smacked the shit out of each other in this one. Oh, Chance Fitzpatrick drops Chris Bain. Look out. Boom. That is that. Travis Check and McEwen. Here you go. Travis Check of Ice Wars fame, the little guy. This is him playing in the Manitoba League. This guy in the white's like, yeah, come on. Yeah, let's go. I'm waiting for you. Yeah, you'll be waiting. All right. Here he comes. That's why they called him the loose cannon. Yeah, I'm done with you. What happened to you? Woo. Yeah, this guy got smacked around. He ain't feeling too good. Yeah, after you gave it the let's go. Come on. Yeah. Matt Sommerfeld. Here we go. John Morasti, back in the old Western Hockey League days. Sommerfeld's and Swift Current. Morasti with the Tri-City Americans. A young John Morasti is a rookie in the Western Hockey League. There you go. He's 18 when this fight happens. And Matt Sommerfeld, another one of those guys, just played 3 years a junior and then went back to the farm, but had some great fights with Morasti here and McIntyre and Bugard and I want to put some old Morasti Western Hockey League fights on here. Here you got a little Scott Parker and Rob Skurlak filmed the old Kelowna rink. Yeah, it's old dark. The old Western Hockey League. Ooh, one. There you go. Parker dropped him. Yeah, those guys fought about 8 times. Yeah, old Skurlock caught that one. Scott Parker was a fucking menace in junior. I always say toughest guy I ever saw in the Western Hockey League was Scott Parker. Freaking killer, man. He smoked guys. Chris Millette and Kyle Rossiter, another one. Some old Western League. Yeah, Millette's just had enough of him. Millette in the black here, just whack, whack. Yeah. I believe he gives him another after he taunts the bench. Now he gives him another one, smacks him. Yeah. Millette was an asshole. Oh, in the Western League. Yeah. Tremendous. Marc-Andre Waugh, Curtis Tidbull, back in the Quebec Junior League. Of course, Marc-Andre Waugh, famously 651 minutes and penalties, I believe, was the league record. He's ready to go. He's in the white trunks. Tidbull's in the dark. Of course, Curtis Tidbull went on and played forever in the LNAH. This will be a good one. Get up. Get out of there, refs. Hold on, they're not done yet. Here we go. Now we're going to go. Ooh. Tidbull had them overhand haymakers going. Oh, now he's out of his shit. Look out. You got to get rid of them shoulder pads. There you go. Take those off too. Oh, now it's a tough guy to fight when he's got all his shit off. Oh, here we go. Hunter Lahash, George Davis, and Ryan Flynn. Yeah, this was Cape Breton and Halifax. So they didn't want to leave. So Hunter Lahash is in the white here on the right. And Nick Greeno is in the red, the taller one. And Jules Eddie Larocque, George Larocque's younger brother, is the guy in the red leaning against the boards. And they do not want to leave the ice. They're kind of they have this superstition that neither of them wanted to leave the ice. So they're going to talk about it for a while, and then Hunter Lahash and the White's going to get a little pissed about it because it's his home rink. So his whole deal was, it's my home rink. You need to beat it. So they're going to talk. Yeah, he's telling them to leave. And Nick Greeno will not leave. He's just like, I don't think so. Well, don't worry, folks. It'll get going. Now, at this point, the Zamboni is driving around, doing the rink around here. This is all in the pregame. Yeah. Now I believe Ryan Flynn comes back here at some point in the white. He comes up to the boards, and he's going to stand there because he's going to watch all this. Yeah. Now here we go. Okay. Now, right now, he's giving it the I dare you to do something. Yeah, I dare you. And Greeno, the guy in the reds, he's a tough dude too. Yeah, it's like, oh, you're not going to do anything. Yeah, here's Ryan Flynn. You guys all know Ryan Flynn played in the NHL and shit. He's sitting there waiting like, okay, are we going to do this? Are they going to do it? Hunter Lahash, guy number 19 here, he had about 400 minutes of penalties this year, so you know he's going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to give you one last chance to get off the ice. And they're like, I'm not going to leave. Oh, you're not going to? And here we go. Yeah, he's had enough. So Jules Eddie here, the other guy, he jumps in. So now he's going to hold him while Greeno's filling him in. So Ryan Flynn ain't going to stand there for that long and take this. Like, watch his boy get double teamed. So he's going to come out. Now, here we go. Yeah. Now he's going to start throwing shots. And Jules Eddie, Larocque's little brother, did not get George's toughness. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know who to grab. Yeah, so Flynn's just going to beat on everybody. Yeah, here's the one ref's out. He got no jersey on. Flynn's fully committed now. Now he's just going to drag this guy around. And funny enough, Ryan Flynn had played with these guys the season before. Now George Davis is going to come out, and here we go. He's going to grab a guy. Yeah. Well, George Davis is a rookie. He just wanted to come out and join the, show he was part of the crew. What are these refs doing? Yeah, now they're all going to get into it underneath the rink. Oh, back in the good old days in the late 90s, when shit like this happened. Could you imagine what the internet would be like if this happened now? Oh, the crying that would go on. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, so would people in the chat rooms and everything tell me now about all the goons that are playing? Okay, yeah, the goons. Sure. Yeah, we're a long way from the goons, I can tell you that, folks. That's for sure. I hadn't seen that footage in a long time. Yeah. Matt Henry and Ashton Cumby. Here you go. Of course, Matt Henry is now playing for the Tulsa Oilers. Cumby still in junior. This is from last year. No, 2 years ago. Pardon me. Hank the Tank, Matt Henry in the black here, number 67. Arguably, he was probably the league champ here in this final season. Number 67, Matt Henry, Hank the Tank. Like I said, playing for the Tulsa Oilers. Hockey should totally lean into this shit. It's exactly what makes them different. I fully agree, Tim. Watch Hank switch up hands here. Get the left going. Here we go. Now he's gonna get going. Now he's gonna go back to the right. That was a great tilt, boys. That was good. That was good. I believe, folks, that is the final fight of the night, if I can remember correctly. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, we got this is Brandon Sugden and Rob Ray. When Rob Ray was in his stint with the Binghamton Senators in the American Hockey League. In his final season, Buffalo should have never traded him. Remember when Buffalo traded Rob Ray to Ottawa? They sent him to the American League for conditioning. Here he is fighting. I had never seen this fight, so I had to throw it on here. Rob Ray, Brandon Sugden. Look at that. It could even give Ray 32. Like, what are we doing? What are the Senators doing? Yeah, Brandon Sugden. This one, Sugden was Sugden went on his huge run with Syracuse that year. Sugden was great this year. But old man Ray's right with him. I know talking to Sugden, this was a huge deal. Well, it wasn't like it was the greatest fight or anything, but just wanted to have it on there, just like I said, for kind of a historical purpose. You know, how many times you see Rob Ray in the Binghamton Senators, right? Not very often, fighting Brandon Sugden, so but yeah, that I know that was a big deal to Sugden to fight Ray because he's such a legend, right? I mean, obviously. So bad blood in Syracuse. Oh, we're gonna show the replay. Here we go. Or the news highlights of it. Who is this now? Oh, Garrett Hunt and James McEwen. Oh, these guys fought about 100 times in the Western League. Now here they are in the East Coast League. I think I saw this fight right when I was kind of getting ready to close up the playlist. I think this is the last fight. This was this afternoon. I saw this one. Garrett Hunt just fights a million miles an hour. Look at McEwen giving her. It was a little short and dirty. Like I said, those guys fought 1,000 times in junior. But yeah, one last time in the East Coast League. There you go. I love Garrett Hunt. Oh shit! Now what fight is this? I'm just adding them on here. Oh, Rocky Thompson and Billy Tibbetts. Now this fight I had never seen either, and this came up in my feed today. So I'm like, well, I'm going to add this because here's Rocky playing in Hershey and Billy Tibbetts and Wilkes-Barre. I gotta say what you want about Tibbetts, man, but I don't know. You do a 3-year stint in the joint and you come out and you make the NHL. That's something. But he hangs with Rocky in this fight. Like he's giving it to Rocky. And he eats some shots in this too. Rocky's got them big lefts coming. I know Tibbetts eats a couple and just takes it. Yeah, I had never seen that fight before. Like I had seen a lot of Rocky, like Rocky had that one little run there in Hershey, but yeah, fucking Tibbetts. Tibbetts apparently has his own podcast or something, but I don't know what I saw of him. It was a live stream or something. Oh, there we go. That is the end of the of the stream. But yeah, I don't know what I saw with Tibbetts. I don't know what he was doing. It was a live stream or something, but I was just like, holy fuck. But what a character. I had who was it that had Adam Huxley played in Vegas. Imagine Billy Tibbetts playing in Vegas with the Wranglers. And yeah, Huxley told some really good stories of Tibbetts. But yeah, I had never seen that fight with Rocky. It was ticked. No, I'm not on TikTok, so it wasn't on TikTok that I saw him. But I don't know where I saw him, but it was a video. Oh yeah, and he was just ranting about some shit. Yeah, that'd be an interesting character to get on the podcast. Look at this. I didn't even fool around. I just brought the whole box with me. I was just like, well, whatever. I'll just put it over here. Oh, there we go. Cheers. I believe it was Tibbetts that threw the sucker punch. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the crazy thing, right? You go to the joint for 3 years and you come out and make the NHL. Oh, I am drinking out of a glass. Yeah. It's probably why I've had 6 already. You're drinking a whole lot faster out of a glass. Yeah, I was gonna say they've been piling up here during the stream. Yeah. Oh. Well, it's Christmas. I figured I'd throw in the Santa hat, for the final live stream before Christmas. Everybody got their shopping done. I'm literally got to the point in my life where it's like, fuck it, you're all getting gift cards. I ain't doing this shit. Yeah, I got the what the hell's up with my eye? Huh. Um, looks like I was talking when I should have been listening. Um, yeah, like last Friday I went to fucking Costco. Are we serious? Like, you met John last Sunday. Yeah, Marasti's good, dude. Yeah. John and I have had a few back and forth, disagreed on a few things lately, going back and forth, but about some other things. But no, every time I met John in person, yeah, it's always been good. I'm going with the kids to buy for mom on what to Costco. Yeah, good luck to you. Yeah, you've chosen to accept this mission. Oh, yeah, we had just like brutal whiteout conditions here, like 100-mile-an-hour winds, and you get out on that highway, you can't see shit. The highway was closed, school was closed. Like I said, my wife's taught for 17 years. That's the second time that I can remember the school was closed. Yeah, it was brutal on Wednesday. I didn't go into work. I was just like, I'm not driving on the highway for this shit because we live like 15 minutes out of town. That's like, no, I'm not driving through a whiteout. So I actually didn't go uh, to work Wednesday or Thursday, but back today. And of course, now it's snowing some more. So it's just like, oh, I think it's supposed to snow again on Sunday. And yeah, then I think like finally late next week, right around Christmas, it finally starts to warm up, to like, -5 or something. But yeah, yeah, 60. Yeah, exactly. No, it was the same thing here. It was brutal up here. Oh, TR is a good dude. Yeah, him and I have gone back and forth about being on each other's shows a bunch of times. Well, I had TR back in the day, and I was supposed to be on TR's show. And then I can't remember. We had audio problems or something. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. But gonna be 80 in Texas on. Well, you know what? There, old Robert, you can suck my ass is what you can do. Yeah, because it's -27 outside right now. So yeah. Oh, pardon me. No, -19. That was without the wind chill. So it's about -35. Yeah, but light snow. Yeah, light snow. Problem is, it's light snow for 8 hours, so it becomes heavy snow. Yeah, live here. Why? Yeah, is that what I did? Gave TR? Yeah, yeah. I must have. I think when I had Tiara, it was right. It was on Christmas. Yeah, and I was kind of doing the Christmas theme. I can't believe I did that back then. I had the 12 guests of Christmas. Yeah, and it was all Christmas themed. Man, I can't imagine trying to line up 12 fucking interviews in a fucking year now, let alone to do one episode. That was about, that was definitely 5 or 6 years ago. It was so much easier back then because there wasn't as many podcast guys would do shit. Now trying to get these guys to do a podcast like pulling fucking teeth because there's so many shows out and they get asked by everybody. And of course, they're going to go with the NHL guys or whatever. Like, why would they go with me when you can go with Riley Cote or Chris Nyland or John Scott or something? So so it's just hard. Like I said, when I started this, I was like the only one really doing it, like a hockey fight show. So it was like getting guests was pretty easy because the novelty hadn't worn off yet. But now it's like trying to book this shit. It's brutal. Headed to Ireland. Well, that's a hell of a trip. Well, safe journeys, sir. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate the deep dive. Yeah, wow. Well, I was gonna say Lazito's got me beat there. Fuck. By the time you're done listening to that, Lazito knows their shoe size by the time the interview's done. You might even know their social security number. But I've always said like that's the thing when like, and I got nothing against Cote or Nyland or John Scott or any of these guys, but listening to them interview people is fucking painful. You know, like like John Scott's asking, was it Joey Coaster? Was it Perry Barasan that you fought? Like he fucking no clue. Yeah, like that's painful. Well, that's the problem. They don't do research. They get guys on and they'll just talk about, oh, back when I played in Philly too, and they talk about some mutual friend of theirs and some inside story, and everybody thinks it's great. Same thing with Spit and Chiglets, like Bissonnette and Ryan Whitney and those guys. They don't do any fucking research. They just talk about surface vanilla shit. And Engelstad won't do a podcast. I've known Mel for years, and he won't do it. So, no, I tried, but Mel's never done another one. So I'm sure Spit and Chiglets got a hold of me would do it, but with them. But no, I've asked Mel a bunch of times. No. So, which is too bad because I could get an awesome interview out of Mel. We could talk about some really good shit. So I'm gonna give it one more run at Mel, one more chance, and hopefully I can talk him into it. But we'll see. Same thing with the Glance. Tried to get them on, and it's just like, no, they're not into it. Never asked Josh Gratton. No. So, no, I kind of my joy for doing the interviews has definitely waned. It's just too much of a pain in the ass, and sometimes my excitement is there for it, and I'll do it the deep dive because there's been too many times I've spent hours doing research and I get all my questions ready, and then the guy just fucking ghosts you, and it's so frustrating. And you just lose the passion for it. I'm not asking these guys anymore. And then now that I got the two shows with the Bruised and Battered show too, it's a double-edged sword because the younger guys are easier to get on because they understand it and they're kind of tech savvy. They know what to do, and they have and they understand that they got to do interviews and stuff, so they're okay. But the problem is now you're talking to some kid. Like the interview I did it's on the Bruised and Battered show today with that Divine Apollon kid. Nice kid and everything else, but it's like he's got like 15 career fights, and it's like, what are you going to ask him about? And it's like, it's not his fault, but it's just like they just have no. It's one thing when you're talking to a fucking Josh or a Josh Mazer or a Chris Graff or one of these guys that had like 30 fights a year at fucking junior, and then they played pro, and like they have 200 fights you could talk about, and they played in all these different places. And these guys played like 1 year at junior A and maybe 1 year at junior, and then 5 fights. It's like, what are you gonna get 45 minutes out of them talking about? It's a grind, man. It's hard, and again, it's not their fault. That's just 2025 hockey, right? So the Bruised and Battered podcast, those interviews have been hard because it's young guys, and I don't watch this shit anymore. So it's like I really have to do some research because it's like I'm not watching it, right? So it's like, oh, Seattle's got a team, so it's just like, holy shit. But when it's like an older guy, it's like, okay, now you can, there's some meat to the, like, yeah, if I was to interview Engelstad, yeah, there's some shit there, obviously, you could talk about, right? Like, I could talk to Mel for 5 fucking hours about shit. So those are easy to do. At that point, you're just figuring out what, you can't ask him about everything, right? So it's like, now you're just picking and choosing. Like the one interview I need to do, there's 2 interviews that I've talked to the guys, they want to do them, and that's been on me I haven't done the research yet. And after those 2 interviews as far as the fourth line voice goes, probably done. Sean Legault and Paul Laws. Those are the 2 interviews. Paul Laws agreed to do the show. Legault agreed. I watched Ice Wars with Sean Legault. I sat with him and Chris Waltz at Ice and Cade McNally. Imagine that group. Yeah, those 3. I sat with them at Ice Wars in Edmonton. Ice Wars. Fuck, which one? Ice War. What was it? 2? Yeah. And so that was like 2 years ago. And I talked Legault into we've sent Bauer messages and he doesn't answer. Battleship Kelly, you got to talk to Nick about that. I told Nick I'm ready to interview him about 2 years ago. Yeah, I was all through Nick, and I told him, all right, yeah, give me his number or whatever, and he just, I don't know. So, well, Laws would be great because Paul Laws has never done any interview as far as I know. I sent Paul Laws a direct message on Twitter, and it took him 2 years to reply. He didn't know he didn't know what direct messages were. His daughter showed him. She's like, "You have all these direct messages. You should read these." So like 2 years later, I get this message from Paul Laws. Sorry, man, I just saw this. And then him and I went back and forth, and then it was just one of those things. It was right when I got really disenchanted with doing interviews, and I just never got back to him. So that one's on me because he was ready to do the interview, and I had kind of started doing some research, and then I can't remember what happened. I just got pissed off. Not at him. It had nothing to do with him, but it was just like an interview I had set up, and the guy ghosted me. I was just like, "What the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I doing this shit?" And I just got pissed off, and then you know, I never bothered to get a hold of anybody. So no, Nick Mara. Do I think players in? Well, I can tell you, American Hockey League guys are impossible to get a hold of, and we have talked to a couple guys, and they're like, "We have you have to go through the team," and then that's just a major pain in the ass. You talk to the team person, and they're like, "Wow, who are you with?" and send us references and all this shit, and it's like, fuck off. Like, just Kansas City, like in the East Coast League, Kansas City was brutal. Their guy wouldn't let Amesbury or Devine or any of those guys do interviews last year. You had to go through them. Um, yeah, the American League guys are brutal. Like, I know Jay and Alec are much more in tight with the current guys than I am, but I know like what is it, Montana Onabuchi, Bauer. There's Jake Doty. There's about 5 guys we've sent messages to, and you can see that they haven't even opened them yet on Instagram. They haven't even opened their DMs yet. So it's not like they've said no, they just haven't even looked at them. So yeah, for some reason, East Coast League guy or American Hockey League guys, it's like trying to get a hold of an NHL guy. It's brutal. They won't. None of them. We've tried with a bunch of AHL guys. Yeah, Rosehill. I've talked to privately, and then because it was before he even did a show. He hadn't started his own podcast yet, or Leaf Lunch or whatever the fuck he does. I know Doty doesn't check his DMs. Yeah, no, we've sent like 3 of them to him. I'd love to have Jake Doty on. I tried to get him on way back on like when he was. I don't even think I think he was still in junior at the time, or he had just turned pro, and I'd sent him. Yeah, no, some guy, but Rosehill would be awesome to get on. I'm a huge Rosehill guy. But yeah, Laws and Legault are the 2 interviews that I want to do before I finish my show. Because I think the Laws interview could be huge. Just because he's never done any other social media. He was really into it. The big thing with Laws, though, whatever. I was gonna say I wasn't gonna bring it up, but his big thing is he's scared of his memory. So I was like, well, I'll give you all the questions ahead of time and let you think about him. And he was all, oh yeah. So because he's like, as long as you do that, that would be good. So give Laws the head up. Sean Legault, McNally and Legault are really good friends. McNally had to talk Legault into doing it, but then after I met him at Ice Wars, and he was all cool with it, and we talked about a few things. It was funny sitting at Ice Wars with Legault. Fuck, by about the second fight, I thought Legault was going to jump in there, and he wanted to sign up and fight. Legault looks in great shape too. Legault looks like he could still go too. So what's one more? Never heard anybody, right? Did Alec interview Rosehill? I can't. No, I think it was. William at the Biscuit, wasn't it? I can't remember. I think it was William. William at the Biscuit actually. He had Alex Gallant too. That's the thing I can't get over. Friggin' the Gallants won't do an interview now, but William from the Biscuit got Alex Gallant of all people. Yeah. So William had some good guys on, man. William was nutcase too. I love William. He was great. I'll never forget. Yeah, that interview I did on William's show, what a 3-hour podcast, and him and I got just shithoused. Oh, you should. I thought I was going to get divorced after that episode. We lived in a 2-bedroom condo at the time. The wife was pissed at me by the time we were done. I think I had about 16 beer on that episode. You can hear me just getting drunker and drunker. And William's like the drunkest guy in fucking North America after that interview. And it was about Eric Lindros. We talked about Eric Lindros for like 7 minutes. And then after that, it was just gong show. Episode 88 of The Biscuit. Yeah. You are having one more. 6 a.m. does come early. I agree because I got to go to work tomorrow too. Yeah. Little overtime tomorrow, though. That right? It was the inlet. Yeah, it was the Lindros episode. Oh, people, that was his most downloaded episode he ever had. Was him and I just getting hammered. Oh, I lost track of William. He left social media right around the pandemic. I never. I'd love to know how he's doing. William was a good guy. We had a few disagreements over last little while with the whole hockeyfights.com thing and all that stuff. And we kind of, I don't know if we ended on a bad note because I was on his show like 4 or 5 times. I always used to bug him. I always called myself the champ. I was his most downloaded guest. And so I'd always play the champ as here every time he'd have me on. And I loved going on William's show. It was great. The biscuit. Yeah. I had a biscuit sticker over here somewhere. But that was right around when John Scott joined the hockeyfights.com thing. And because they were supposed to, hockeyfights.com. This is why I've been asked a couple times why I'm so bitter towards hockeyfights.com. And it's because initially they wanted to get into the whole hosting of the podcast and all that. So they had myself and William, the 2 shows that they were going to air quote sponsor, and they didn't do fuck all for us. And but they wanted me to give all my recordings to them and everything else. And I was just like, well, what's in it for me? Like, well, you got to do something for me and whatever. And I eventually well, Ish is gone now, but the Hockey Fight or the Hockey Podcast Network got a hold of me. And I was just like, well, I'm going with these guys. Like, fuck these Hockey Fights guys. And the more I talk to those Hockey Fights guys, that's why they don't know fuck all. They didn't know what they were talking about. They're not fight guys. They just bought the website. They're just fucking clueless. They're embarrassing. And that's why hockeyfights.com sucks now. But because the guys that run it are just goofs. But I left, and it was just going to be William, and they were going to sponsor him and all this shit. And then, of course, they got John Scott, and then I don't know what the whole thing happened, but they fucked William, and they're just assholes, like just greasy shit. And that's why I was really hot that's why I was shit talking John Scott for a long time too, because he kind of, I don't know, kind of backstabbed fucking William and shit, and whatever. I know John Scott might be watching this. I know he listens to my podcast because he did not like. I brought up John Scott and I said, well, John Scott likes the smell of his own farts. Apparently that got back to John Scott. He was not happy about that. But so if I ever run into John Scott, apparently he might beat my ass, which, he wouldn't have any problem doing that. I'd need a ladder to hit him. But yeah, I don't have anything personal against John Scott. I think his show sucks and he's, whatever. But he did it and I didn't. I'm just a putz in a stupid Santa hat in my basement 11:30 at night drinking fucking cheap beer. So fuck me, I guess. But I just didn't like how hockeyfights.com treated William, and I let them know. And that's why hockeyfights.com does not like me anymore. And I don't really give a fuck because I don't like them because they're fucking greasy assholes that fucking wrecked hockeyfights.com. Their site sucks, and they're just grease balls that steal people's shit. So I have no use for them. But and it's not like I'm saying this for the first time. No, I've told them that on conference calls. So, I didn't like how they fucked my friend over. So fuck them. And they treated me like shit. And that's why I thank God every day that the Hockey Podcast Network and Isha got a hold of me and I went with them, and I actually got paid and I've been paid for 6 years to do this. Now the money was a lot better 6 years ago, but as it's gone on, but yeah, I've made thousands of dollars podcasting. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to be an asshole by saying that. I'm just, that's the truth. And and they paid me a lot of money and over the years. So my loyalty will always be with the Hockey Podcast Network and Isha, who was in here earlier, the City Life Project. I'm sure he's probably off doing some MMA stuff now, but I'm always thanking Isha for getting a hold of me and reaching out and getting me on the network. So yeah, no, Singer, I mean, yeah, no, it was good when he started it. I mean, him and I kind of went back and forth on a few things back in the day, but I mean, he was always fine. But yeah, no, as soon as he sold it, it went to shit because the guys that bought it had no clue what they were doing, and young guys, and the one it doesn't know, they don't know about anything about hockey fights from anything before 2010, and it shows. So I don't know. So yeah, but I've always wanted to get. I never knew how it ended because I know William got really was really disenchanted with the whole thing after the whole hockeyfights.com John Scott thing and all that fell through. I never heard from him again, and he just fell off of social media, and then the pandemic hit and all that, and that was the end of that. Last actually I heard, he was actually doing play-by-play for like a junior B team out in Ohio somewhere. That's what somebody told me. And like I said, I've sent him messages and stuff, and I never heard back. And yeah, he just fell off the map on social media. So I miss fried chicken was fucking awesome. I miss fried chicken too. I was like one of the original members back in like 98 or 99 when it was just like a long just columns. Yeah. Oh, I can remember when I first got on fried chicken, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, there are other assholes out there like me that just like that are into hockey fights, because I thought I was the only one, and then it's funny because you're always like you're the fight guy of your friend group, and then all of a sudden it's like you get on there and it's like, yeah, I really don't know shit compared to these guys. I was always a junior guy anyway. I wasn't like you got guys talking about Fatio and all that shit in the late 70s. I'm like, oh fuck, that was before my time, but No, but fried chicken was awesome, right? Because I would just go into the tape trade section, and that's how I got my entire collection, right? That with VHS tapes, and I turned it into those, and with the VHS tapes, and turned them into DVDs, and yeah, it was great. But yeah, I miss the old internet days. Oh, the old message board days. I guess we still have the internet days, right? That's what Facebook and shit. Oh, I have so many fucking idiots on Facebook lately. So many clowns. I just like, it's like, dude, you're a grown man and you're trolling. Like what? Like I said, I put up that picture of like Catlin Big Snake today, and it's like you get some bozo that doesn't follow the account or anything, just gets on there and just, oh, this guy's a bad hockey player. Who the fuck are you? Who'd you play for? You didn't play anywhere. Like compared to you, he's Wayne Gretzky. Like, but just like, and this guy's some clown talking about shit that happened 16 years ago in junior. It's like, who gives a shit, man? Like, why do you have to, why do you need to come on here and talk shit about a guy? Like, just, I don't know. Oh, well, that was the one thing about fried chicken, Tim. I will say that there was plenty of douchebags on fried chicken, and a lot of motherfuckers that thought they knew a lot of shit. They didn't know nothing. They like to talk like they did, but they didn't know anything outside of their little NHL bubble. Anything that happened outside of Philly or Boston, they had no clue about. Yeah, and so whatever. Yeah, I mean, at first, when I first got on there, it was kind of intimidating because it's like, oh, these guys know so much. And then after you start talking to some of them, it's like, nah, they don't know any. They just know their little. A lot of those guys couldn't get out of the NHL bubble. Like they knew nothing about the minors. They knew nothing about junior. And it was just like, nah, fuck these guys. But I mean, they were a great resource to talk about like late 70s NHL. The thing that always cracked me up though, is I always laughed whenever they would talk about an old fight. Did you ever their guy always won? But it's like, oh, when I was a young kid, my dad and I used to go to the Ranger games, and I was there the night Nicky Fatillo fought whatever. And I remember the fight started in the corner. Nicky threw 3 rights and then grabbed him and switched to his left. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, like I've seen a million hockey fights. I mean, I saw 10,000 fights going to Blades games. I could tell you, oh yeah, but I saw Rhett Tremblay and Brent Myers fought. They started in the corner and then like no, but these clowns are trying to give like, oh, they can give, oh, when I was 11 years old, I'll give you precise blow by blow account of Nick Fatillo and Paul Holmgren or something. It's like, Nick Fatillo's WHA fight that I saw in '74. Like, okay, buddy. Funny, Nicky always won too. Like just shit like that. Yeah, the Ranger always won or whatever. So, oh yeah, there was some great guys back in the day that would the the tape trading section was awesome. Yeah, that's how I built my whole collection was on that shit. And all you tried to do was you hoped you found some original shit that no one had. And I had to hook up with the Blades, right? So I could come out, I could make a really cool junior tape that no one had that shit, right? And then I would trade that shit around, and that's how I got everything. And and then yeah, because even if you didn't really want the tape that this guy made, it was original for original, right? So you'd get it from him, and then you trade that around. Like that's how I met Lazito, because Lazito had made that 98-99 Las Vegas Thunder tape because he had gotten the game tapes from Bob Bourne. And so Lazito had made the 98-99 Thunder, and I traded for it. I think I sent him some Blade stuff. So I got that tape from him. And then I ended up like beating Lazito. It was kind of an asshole move on my part, but I beat Lazito to the punch and I made copies and I traded that Thunder tape around to everybody. And then I would get all the stuff I wanted and shit. Oh yeah. No, yeah, it is. Well, all the footage is either out there or like guys, yeah, all the Thunder tape 90 Dean Ewan, because that's how Lazito got the hookup, because him and Dean Ewan are friends. That was the year Dean Ewan was there. Kaminsky's there, Strupko's there. I'm trying to remember who's on that DVD. Actually, I'll upload that DVD. I'll upload it to my YouTube channel. I'll put the whole thing on there. Louis DeBrusque is there for a while. But it's like right from the game tapes. It's crystal clear and shit. Yeah. I think it was all the home games. I know it's really long. It's like 2 hours. But yeah, Dean Ewan has a great year that year. Dean Ewan was a fucking killer. Yeah, Vandenbush and Friedrich. Yeah, I remember that fight. Somebody sent me that one along with the Engelstad Hordichuk fight, because neither of those were televised. And I remember somebody had a hookup in Chicago to get the game tapes. Yeah. And yeah, the Vandenbush Friedrich, because that's where you see the numbers on the bottom. That was from the Blackhawk game tape. Yeah. That was back in the day. Yeah, you need to get hookups. I did not catch Schlepp's sucker punch. I'm sure it's going to be on. We'll have to get that on the Bruised and Battered show on our Bruised and Battered YouTube channel. We'll have to check it out. Schlepp's adapting to the role, is he? Learning slowly, the kid. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure the Fed will throw the book at him. I see Thompson finally got put on IR so he can actually start serving his fucking suspension. Fuck. What a joke. Lazito got it from somebody that played from Hampton Roads or something. Yeah, maybe. Lazito's got a lot of good hookups. Well, that was the thing. Like Lazito used to work at what's that photographer? Who's a photographer? He worked at the photographer. He worked for Stan Fischler for a while. Then he worked at Fleer Cards. Oh, Zito had good hookups. Yeah. Oh, Elias was scratched and he went down and he Scantlebury from Monroe was coming off the ice and Thompson shoved him. Thompson was in street clothes and they got into it as Scantlebury was coming off the ice. He shoved him and then the Monroe bus driver ran over and punched Thompson in the head. And Thompson goes, I didn't hit him back because he looked like he was 106 years old. But of course, according to the Federal League, it was like, oh, Thompson sucker punched him. And it's like, he didn't sucker punch anybody. He shoved Scantlebury, but they gave him like 10 games. But the thing is he wasn't on IR yet. So the suspension games weren't counting until Athens puts him on the roster. They finally put him on the roster. So now he could start, like the games start coming off. So Thompson's done for the year, basically. But oh, it was lame as shit. But you listen to the fans, you think Elias Thompson committed the fucking hockey crime of the century. Like he shoved the guy. Like who gives a shit? Yeah, no, it's fucking, whatever. Jeez, that Darius Kasparaitis tape. Oh, the footage is out there. Yeah. The footage of the Thompson thing. Yeah, someone filmed it. You just see him. You'll see Scantlebury's out there pointing. All of a sudden, you see him go whoop, and he gets pulled back, and that's Thompson pulling him back. And then it goes behind the curtain. But he didn't do anything. He shoved him. I talked to Thompson. He goes, I shoved him. Then all of a sudden, the Monroe bus driver came over, punched Thompson, and then security got in there. But the Federal League liked to act like Thompson was down there, like going ape shit or something. 10 minutes to go in the Wranglers game tonight, and I hear someone go, well, I hope this just ends. No, yeah, exactly. No, fucking today's hockey fans are just, fucking lame as shit, man. But no, Thompson didn't do anything. He shoved him, But I know, I know the Bruised and Battered show lost a bunch of listeners in Monroe after I fucking went into their fucking Facebook group and chastised every one of them. Yeah. Bruised and Battered used to be strong in Monroe, not so much anymore. Oh yeah, can you believe they gave Gallant that? So that's the thing. That's today's hockey, right? Like the shit with Wu didn't just fall. Like Gallant just didn't do that. It didn't just fall out of the fucking sky, Yeah. No, you're gonna act like a goof. You got to pay the price. Problem is now the guy making you pay the price gets suspended. So nothing happens to Wu for acting like a goof, but Gallant gets 2 games and loses money, right? So, yeah, but that's hockey in 2025. So, everybody will bring back the enforcer. Well, with the rules, you can't enforce. So, and when you try to, all you end up doing is getting suspended and losing money. So why the fuck bother? Friedrich has head trauma. He had to retire. Friedrich and I follow each other on Facebook. I don't know if he's bitter with hockey. We'll put it that way. I don't know. Vandenbush. Well, it was always funny with Vandenbush. We followed each other on social media, and then for whatever reason, he unfollowed me. He didn't block me, but he unfollowed me. I'm like, okay. I'm a huge fan of Vandy, so I don't know what I ever posted to piss him off, but so no, I've never bothered to ask him. I want to get Tyler on from Fight Stories. I like Tyler. Him and I have talked for a long time. There's no fried chicken guy, Tyler Morrison. Don't mind me, excuse me. There we go, right on live stream. I'll just pick my nose. Yeah, no, Tyler Morrison's a good dude. I should get him on. He was, well, yeah, if you're not a fan of Ryan Vandenbush, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there with Vandy. We need an interview with, oh yeah, fuck that guy. He's a fucking goof. That guy that ran Drop Your Gloves. I don't know what the fuck happened to that guy. I don't know. The only time I ever had to deal, I dealt with that guy a couple times. He was an asshole both times. For no reason, he was an asshole. No, I don't know what that guy's. No one knows who that guy is. Yeah. Why wouldn't you sell it then? I know, like I said, I know Steve tried to get Drop Your Gloves going again. He had a computer guy working for him, and he sank a lot of his own money, and he did the GoFundMe. I don't know if Steve feels terrible about that, because I know there's a lot of people hot at him over that, thinking he ripped the money. He didn't, but because he lost thousands of dollars too. The computer guy, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, Steve was trying to get it going, and the computer guy, I think, kind of ditched him and whatever. But he didn't get any help from anybody. Like he said, he goes, I'm on Facebook. I have thousands of followers on here. No one knows how to do any computer stuff or knows someone. But yeah, I felt bad for Steve about that. I was going to bring, Steve was going to come on the show. I got to get him back. I've had him on a bunch of times. Because I've had a bunch of people get a hold of me about what, like, Steve's, when he took in all that money and stuff, like, well, not all that money. It wasn't like, whatever, but I think some people like to, I put money into that GoFundMe. I saw Curtis Gabriel. Yeah, there was a bunch of guys. Mazer and a bunch of them did too. Curtis Gabriel, I just talked to him, actually. He just reached out to me. He's going to be on the show here. He did a live stream, and we were talking. I was actually sending him fights during the live stream for him to play. All these young kids. I gave him Tasker and Sen and Hordichuk and Engelstad and Lados and Poshek. And he's like, who is this Rudy Poshek? I'm like, oh, these young guys. You don't know who Rudy Poshek is. All right. No, I know. I'm not saying you, Tim. I was just saying, like, there are people that are hot at Steve, though. And it was, and he's mad too. And like, he's embarrassed, right? Because he was just like, holy fuck, I think he got fucked over by a computer guy. And like, I've known Steve. And like I said, I know Steve put thousands of dollars into it himself. And so he was pissed about that. But yeah. So thank you for listening to the JD Eaton interview. Yeah, that was the thing. I knew kind of who he was and stuff, but he's an OHL guy, right? So I wasn't really that familiar with him, but he kept popping up on my Facebook page, and then I was just like, oh, fuck it, I'll get some 90s OHL stories from him. Oh, fucking Rudy Poshek was fucking awesome. Yeah, and him and Jim Lados, those two fights are probably two of the greatest hockey fights ever. I can't believe that footage actually showed up. That's what always gives me hope for, like, old footage, because the Lados Poshek fights were like folklore around the West here in the Western League. Everybody used to talk about, oh, you should have seen those 80s fights with Lados and Poshek. And then out of the blue, they show up on fucking YouTube, picture clear. They're like, oh, yeah, no, my dad had the game tapes. What the fuck? What? And some guy the guy started a YouTube channel, has 2 videos on there, and they're the fucking Lados Poshek fights. Those are two videos on his fucking YouTube channel. It's like, well, what else do you have? Like, play some more shit, man. Like, that's what always gives me hope, that there's just VHS tapes sitting in somebody's attic or something, and because those are like 2 of the greatest fucking fights I've ever seen. I played those for Gabriel last night, when he's watching them. These kids, they don't see shit like that anymore, right? So yeah. And this is probably my wife texting me here at midnight, like, I'm going to bed. You guys are idiots down in the basement. Oh, Joshua sure beat Paul pretty good. Okay, well, that's good that he Did somebody tell me, did Joshua knock out Paul? What's the story here? Somebody give me the details. I got $150 on Joshua winning by knockout. I have Cade McNally texting me. Well, that doesn't, if he not did it go, that doesn't help me if he knocked him down. Did he, like, was that the end of the fight though? They didn't go, or did it go like the distance? Tulsa's on a losing streak. That's what's going on. And Henry's back from injury, but just oh, Cade McNally told me TKO. There we go. I won my bet anyway. Right on. There we go. Not that was a real hard fucking bet. You know what? I mean, I don't like the Paul brothers. They're fucking assholes, but and there's con artists, but especially Logan. Fuck him. But I'll give Jake Paul credit, man. He stepped up against Anthony Joshua. You know, like you ain't winning that fight, you know, and you know, I thought it was gonna be scripted. I actually thought they would go for a decision, but yeah, good on him, man. And the thing is, one thing I will give Paul credit for is his undercards of his shows. Like he had a couple of the chicks fight and stuff. He pays him good, man. Pays him good. And I know the one fight there on his, was it the Tyson one or whatever, one of the Paul shows. Yeah, Utah cut him. Apparently signing an Adirondack. Who knows? How do you cut a guy after one game? Plays one game, beats the shit out of Fisher, then be cut. Like, what the fuck? Like, these fucking coaches. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, the undercard guys get paid good, but yeah. So he takes care of them. I can't remember what it was though. It was like somebody didn't make weight or something on one of his shows, and so it was like, normally you don't get your money or whatever, but he paid him. Not the guy that didn't make weight, but the other guy was like, yeah, man. So the guy got paid in full, and normally that never happens. So I can't, I won't knock Jake Paul for that. And he gives guys opportunities on the opening card. So good on him. But, um, I mean, his brother Logan's a fucking con artist with his old crypto bullshit and everything else. So fuck those guys. All those crypto fucks should be in jail for their rug pulls and everything. But, yeah. But, no, Jake Paul, I mean, whatever. I mean, it's all, you know, it's all a work and shit. But when I started fighting Anthony Joshua, I was like, Jesus, okay, well, now you're finally fighting somebody legit. Or, you know, that's like still like, I mean, Tyson's legit, but he's like 60 years old, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, I'm down with CoffeeZilla. He's all right. I mean, you know, I'm not a fan of these crypto guys, man. Yeah, that whole thing. Now, again, if you're going to invest in that, I mean, that's the other thing. It's like, well, maybe a fool and their money soon part, I guess is the old saying. But you know, well, I mean, I know him and Paul were like, well, I know Logan Paul was going to try to sue him, and then it's like, well, you know, if you're gonna, you know, um, you want me to? What's a good? What do you want me to ask him? What's a good Tulsa home game? To see a fight? Fan wants to know. This is a riveting live stream. Me texting. Um, Yeah, he signed with Halifax, and because they're actually coming here January 2nd. They're playing Saskatoon, so I'm hoping he's still playing lacrosse at the time. I want to go check him out and go hang out with him. But oh, I was with Utah and they cut him, so we'll see. Yeah, that might there. Uh, we'll see. That might be some inside information that he might be getting traded, but I don't know how you play a guy for one game and then get rid of him. But can you believe it is 12:06? What the fuck? What? 8 beer? Well, that's a. I have to go to work in 5.5 hours, but it's on overtime. But I don't know if I'm going to be driving through the snow. We'll see how much snow we got. I might just say fuck it. I might get to the city limits, just be like, yeah, the town limits before I get on the highway. We'll see. But how do I have more people in here now than I did when I was playing the good shit? But I can hear the footsteps above my head. The wife is getting ready to go to bed. She's had a long week with this. The with the Christmas concerts and everything else. 3 Christmas concerts. Ugh. Yeah, I listen to 6-year-old sing. That's make my ears bleed just thinking about it. But well, boys, I want to thank you guys for now I'm gaining viewers. Where were you when the fights were on? You missed it all. Go back and watch the live stream. I will. Oh, one left. He's like, fuck this guy. But the no, man, I appreciate you coming. I really do. No, I want to thank all you guys for staying in the chat, and you guys are what makes this live stream fun. Like I said, a lot of times it's like people come and go, and and I'm trying to grow this thing as best I can, and I never really know what to expect the live stream. This is all kind of new, right? So yeah, you just kind of hope people show up, and you try to put try to put a good playlist together. I mean, I wish I could play some NHL stuff, and I might try to start. I'm going to try to look into the live stream thing. I'm going to try to sneak in. Maybe I'll try to sneak in some NHL stuff, like between fights and stuff. And, maybe if I like make a real assorted one, maybe I can get away with it. Maybe that's something I'll try in the new year. But anyway, folks, I really want to thank you guys for always being here and joining the chat and making it fun. And I just like sitting down here drinking beers and bullshitting with you guys. It's fun, man. The old fried chicken crew, and like I said, I always tell people, tell a friend, Friday 11 Eastern, tune in. So there obviously won't be anything next week, with the silly season and everything going on. But no, Tim, I appreciate it, man. UPS. I know you motherfuckers are just going. You guys are busier than a one-legged waitress at the IHOP. But but as far as just the watch-alongs in general, I always appreciate you guys showing up and checking it out. So I'm always on the hunt to try to find good footage to play for you guys and try to play some unique stuff and maybe try to find some crazy shit for some people. And so I'll keep trying. To the one cat that keeps asking me about the Gwinnett shit, I'd love to play some Gladiator stuff for you, man, but I don't have any 02, 03 footage. I'd like to. I wish I could say yes. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, man, you guys have a good Christmas. I'll be back, and we'll be back live streaming in, I guess, Jesus, 2026. Oh, yeah, that's the thing, right? You're talking you know, oh, I love talking old fights and old fried chicken days and shit. Good times, man. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys as well. Thank you. And I appreciate it. And yeah, man, we'll be talking to you cats in 2026. And that'll be the next live stream. All right, dudes. Have a good one. Merry Christmas. Be safe out there. And I always say, try to do better next time. Thanks, guys.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!